Hey, WheelSnipeSelly here. Welcome back. It is Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023, and we're on, so you can look here on the left. We had an outside day today, so we went up, took out previous day's high, took out previous day's low, and then traded down into this this daily fair value gap, and we blew past this one here, right below, right here, basically. So. Let's look at the, let's just open this up. Let's go to the, so we're in the 1 hour chart right now. So you can see like the AM session was pretty choppy. Then the move lower happened around lunchtime. I wasn't interested in taking a trade. And then I basically tried to take two contrarian trades just to take some buy side. At the end of the day, had two losses on that. We already took out the sell side here. We basically traded down to consequent encroachment of this daily fair value gap, and then I was seeing, you know, a bunch of wicking away from it, so that was kind of why I was trying to go long towards the end of the day, looking for a quick scalp. So let's go to the 15-minute. And so you can see we were kind of consolidating in this in the new week opening gap. Let me go back to the hour chart. You can see how all the bodies are basically respecting consequent encroachment of the new week opening gap. I was looking to take a short here, right at this M15 fair value gap, but just really didn't like the price action, so I didn't really touch it. So back here at the end of the day, so we came down. We have our consequent encroachment of the daily fair value gap. So we came down, we touched it again, and I looked for a long to take out relative equal highs and was stopped out, and then we traded down, took out sell side once more, and then I tried to get long. There was a point in time where I could have closed out for some profit, but I was trying to hold for to fill in this M15 fair value gap. So basically, right around 345 was that high of the session here, and then you can see I have the 3 o'clock open, so I was anticipating going lower and then pushing higher into the remainder of the day. So let's go to the 1 minute. And actually, let's just go to we'll stick on this for now. So I started watching right around this time. So we went up, we came back down, then we had a failure swing here. Once we came down and we took out this low, and then we pushed up above these two down candles, I ended up taking a long, and I was just looking to go for 5 handles. This came back down on me right here, so we took this again, and then I tried to re-enter right around the institutional order flow entry drill, and I just kind of hang on. I held on a little bit too long. I basically overstayed my welcome, and then was stopped out for, like, I think maybe 2 handles. I ended up moving my stop was basically below this low, and I just moved it up to basically the bottom of this fair value gap here. So let's go down to the 30-second chart. This is mainly what I was operating on today. So once we took this out, we moved higher, and then this was basically a little bit of a late entry, but used this as my market structure shift, entered in right here, and was just trying to go for this, just like a quick move. Once we failed lower, we took out sell side here and here, and then we had displacement back up, basically had this order flow entry drill. I didn't enter right away just because we didn't really have a clear break in structure until we took this out right here. So then I entered on this fair value gap, had some positive movement, it kind of came down, went back up, and then it basically stopped at right before taking out this small little buy side here with a 5-minute fair value gap. So that was basically what I was targeting. And then at the end of the day, I was anticipating just a sweep below this low and then pushing higher, and that didn't happen. So yeah, so let's go into the trade reviews. All right, so here is trade one. You can see I have the 3 o'clock open noted. I'm anticipating just a move lower before expanding higher, power of 3. That was my idea here. So we're getting some movement lower, and then I'm starting to see this reject. So once we closed above that that down candle's high, I started to look for longs. So just sitting here in this on the 30-second, so framing a long entry. And this was definitely a higher risk day, just because we have FOMC tomorrow. So, but here we are. I have my buy limit placed right in this fair value gap, and then I'm treating that red block there as a inverse fair value gap. So I'm looking for this to provide support. So we came down, we just poked above the relative equal highs, and that was enough to send it lower. I was anticipating a bigger push up from there. Just noting consequent encroachment here, or the mean threshold, and then we're tagged out. So I'm just going to grab that screenshot. And that was, I think, negative 254 for that trade. So we came down, we took out sell side here. We filled in this fair value gap. We're pushing back off of the consequent encroachment, and I have my buy limit set at the middle of that fair value gap and those two down candles. So again, I'm targeting the top of this M15 fair value gap. So at any point in here, I could have just taken, 150 to make back some of that loss, but I just kind of held on to it. I was anticipating this to push up. So this was a pretty long trade, so high resistance, a lot of give and take. And then basically once the that 1550 macro hit, I was anticipating it to take out just a shallow sweep, a shallow sweep below, and then to push up to take out some buy side. So we'll kind of see that here. That's what that red line is. So I'm waiting for this. I'm looking for this to sweep, and then I was looking for it to push up here. So we didn't get that. Basically right here, once we went below here, I could have cut it. Then we were just in the market maker sell model. All right, here we are, TopStep Dashboard. We're sitting at 1,064.30 cents, and right here, so 396.66. Kind of a big blow to the momentum, but this I think after making a new equity high, maybe got a little bit too confident, which I think that kind of happens here and there. But anyways, let's look at the trade log. So here are the 2 trades for today. We had a minus 254 and then minus 142. First one was a 3-minute trade. Second one, 29-minute. They both were long, trying to go for buy side. This is a 5-handle stop out. This is a 2.75 handle stop out. Going over to the calendar, here's our entry for the day and the original screenshots. Trying to go to fill in that M15 fair value gap, and then this one just held on too long. Had a chance to have maybe like 3 to 4 handles of profit, but ended up getting stopped out on that one. over to the news events. So there's big news events the rest of the week. So I may stay sidelined for the rest of the week, and then maybe, you know, back at it next week. We'll kind of see how it plays out. But FOMC at 2, so assume that there's going to be chop in the morning session. If there is a trade, it might be between like the 7 and 8 o'clock time frame. So maybe I'll be looking for that. Tomorrow, GDP jobless claims. That's a big one. And then on Friday, we have durable goods, international trade goods, and then personal income and outlays. And then we have the consumer sentiment at 10. So I'm expecting on Friday I wouldn't take a trade until after the 10 o'clock news. So, but anyways, yep, it's a pretty heavy news week for this back half of the week. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll check back in the next time we take a trade.